Hey guys, I hope you're having a good weekend. So I think last time we chatted, we talked about like using what Miss Lou does and what the math department does in terms of having a one spreadsheet where all of the students' scores like on star reading and also for their assignments and also for IXL are stored. So uh, I made this prototype using a template that's in Google Drive. And before I go further with it, I want to run it by you guys and see if you think this is, you know, a common storage system and labeling system that we might want to use as a department. Um, like basically, you can put the different names of assignments up here, right? And like one of those assignment names can be star reading score. So I could put here like Stephen Perla Joey's like scores on the star reading, and then I could see the class average for the reading um, test as well, which is what I've done for like this first assignment of the quarter, which is a paragraph called Thought Leader Paragraph 1, and the learning goal is claim evidence reasoning for that, right? So 4 points possible. This is the class average on the assignment, and these are the scores of the students on that assignment. So this actually has like really similar functionality to Schoology. We could basically do the same thing in Schoology, because we could make an assignment that has the star reading assignment, and I'm assuming all of our IXLs are assignments in Schoology, so those appear too. But like, so we could do this in Schoology too. But one of the key bonuses to having it in a Google Doc is that you can see the class average for any particular assignment, and I don't think you can do that in Schoology. But basically, if we all, like we said we are going to last week, if we all agree on like, 2 or 3 learning targets that like we're all gonna have, and like let's say one of those is writing a Jane Schaefer paragraph, then we can compare and see, for example, like when we meet, we could compare and see like, oh, oh, Mr. Penuela's students have higher scores on their Jane Schaefer paragraphs than my students. Like, why might that be? Like, what assignment did you use to teach Jane Schaefer paragraphs, Mr. Penuela? And then like we'll look at that, and then I can be like, oh, that is a good strategy that I have not thought of. I should adopt that for my students, because we'd have like a common like goal, a common learning target in mind. So basically, I don't know if you guys want to put this on a Google Sheet. That's what we discussed in the last meeting. The key difference that I'm seeing between just having this in Schoology and putting it on a Google Doc is that you can see the class average for any assignment. You can also, in this, this is a linked tab, right? So it's in the same document, but one of the functions of this is like every student you put in this list here. If you go to individual report, you can select one of these students. So I can see like Joey Beltran, and I can see like the class average score and how that is fluctuated throughout the year for each assignment. And then I can also compare it to Joey's fluctuation. Yeah, and then over here, right now, just the default, normal letter grade with percentage system is in place, but I should change this to the Mastery Learning and Grading letter grade and percentage score system. But yeah, if you guys think it would be helpful, we could definitely all use Google Docs like this. I just shared with you this Google Doc. Um, yeah, what do you guys think about this? Is this something that we want to use for next semester? Um, like for next semester, do we want to have a few learning targets? Like, for example, we could have claim evidence reasoning as one. We could have Jane Schaefer paragraph as one. We could have something else, so that we can just see like what each other are doing to what each other is doing to basically for to teach each learning target, and we can see like the scores on the learning targets um, in each other's classes. Yeah. Um, yeah. So I shared it with you, and feel free to like add comments on it or edit it too if you have any ideas for how this Google Doc could be changed. Thanks.